Hello, you guys. I'm back again. I want to talk about the Chris Watts case. If you don't know, Chris Watts killed his 15-week pregnant wife and his two daughters. I think Bella was 3 and one was 4, but I know they was like really young. But anyway, Chris Watts was having an affair with someone on his job. Therefore, I'm assuming that no one has ever paid him any attention, and he just felt like, he was sitting on a golden throne somewhere, and this girl built him up, and he decided to kill his pregnant wife and his 2 young daughters. He killed his wife and dumped her in a shallow grave at his work site. He also killed his 2 baby girls and dumped them inside of a oil tank at his job, just so he can continue this life and affair with a woman who gave him a little bit of attention. I guess she whooped him or something. She put the thing on him and he just went crazy. But anyway, I'm going to read this article. It says, family of children murdered by Chris Watts say they're being threatened and bullied online. The father of Shanann Watts said his grieving family is being bullied online. Frank Rusak is the father of Shanann and grandfather to her 2 children, all of whom were killed by their son-in-law, Chris Watts, in August of 2018. For the past 11 months, piled on top of pain and the grieving of this devastating loss, he said that their family have been subject to horrible, cruel abuse, outright bullying on a daily basis. Rusak told reporters outside Watts' former Colorado home. Rusak said the attacks on his family include threats, fake Facebook accounts, and a constant stream of insults. It is cruel. It is heartless. He pointed out that re-victimization of families who have lived through tragedies is nothing new. He said families of those killed at the Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut in 2012 have for years been targeted by harassers and conspiracy theories. Families like ours should have the right to be safe, the right to mourn in peace, Rusak said. To Congress or to any person in position of power, we're calling on you to do something to pass laws that will protect victims of unspeakable crimes from this kind of abuse. In November 2018, Watts pled guilty to the murder charges against him. In exchange for doing so, he avoided the death penalty, which I think he should have got the death penalty. But by me working in different jails, I do know that the death penalty, is better said than done, because the torture of just living the rest of your life in a cage death probably is easier. Watts told investigators he strangled his wife at their home. He then put her body in a car and drove with his 2 daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, to the site of his former employee, Anadarko Petroleum, one of the state's largest oil and gas drillers. There, Watts strangled both of his children with Celeste's favorite blanket. He left their bodies inside oil and gas tanks that were mostly full. Investigators believe Watts placed them in there to conceal the smell from nearby. After confessing to the murders, Watts told investigators that he was not coherent enough to know that he was going to kill his daughters. No father would ever want to do anything to hurt his blood and flesh. But I did, and I just don't understand how it happened. Now, he's saying, Chris Watts saying that he don't know how it happened, how he could kill his own flesh and blood. He know how it happened, just like how most people think that they can have an affair on their spouse, and it's just okay. They just think that, oh well, I had an affair, and she's or he made me feel like this sudden rush, and they think that they can just kill their kids and kill their wife and think that it's just okay. Even though this article is not about Chris Watts, it's about Shanann's family. I think her brother name is Frank Rusak, and I also know that he has a YouTube page too, and I know he have a YouTube channel as well. And the father name is Frank Rusak, but I might be at the brother name wrong. But anyway, it's just sad that people are so twisted that this man killed his 15-week pregnant wife and his two daughters, which are 3 and 4. And he even testified or confessed it that his daughter was begging him to not do to her what she saw him do to her sister, which is strangle and kill her. And she was crying, asking him not to do it. And then people still are siding with Chris Watts and his psycho family. They're still accusing Shanann for her own death. He could have easily just left. He didn't have to kill her. And it's sad, and I listened to Shanann's mother interview, and it's so touching to know that the minute they called Shanann's mom and said that Shanann was missing, she automatically knew Chris had done something to her daughter, because she said her daughter's spirit woke her up at that very moment and called her by her name. And she knew right then and there something had happened. And then she got the call the next morning. So, for the ones that are actually sending threat messages and harassing this family, I don't understand how your brain is screwed on. How could you even side with somebody who annihilated his whole family because he was having an affair with somebody on his job? And now they are harassing the family. They're threatening the family. Like, really, where they do that at? Look like you should be trying to be a comfort to the family. You should be trying to accommodate them, send them heartfelt messages, be there for them. But instead, you got people that's actually making up fake accounts. I mean, and just insulting this family. Don't you think that they have been violated enough? Not just with Shanann and her 2 girls, but also a newborn, a 15-week, fetus. How devastating you think this family is, and then you got people that's threatening them, mocking them. But I definitely pray their strength. I want everybody to pray their strength. Send them lots of love, and just, oh my God, the world is so screwed up. So, and then you got women that's sending love letters to Chris. He confessed it with his whole mouth what he did. And then now women are sending him love letters, and they're telling him that either he didn't do it, and yes, God still loves you. Yes, I believe God still loves him. But the point is, he don't even need to have that much freedom. So the world is just sick, you guys. Just keep yourself covered, keep your kids covered, keep your family covered, because I'm telling you, there's no love in this world. People are so cold. But to the Rusacks, if any of you guys even hear this message, I pray your strength. I love you, and I hope that the world just see your pain and just chill out. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe.